Oh, she's not there. There she is.
Hi.
Hi. I was
Hello,
trying to
hello.
press the button as quickly as I could, and you were doing the same. Hey, everyone.
Hi, hi, hi. Why don't we sell cookies? Because we don't have time to teach you guys about cookies and then sell cookies. It's impossible.
That's true.
Hello, Jenny. Hello, Sally. Hey, June. Hello, Joseph. Diana. Oh, I like this name. How do you pronounce it? Somebody please try.
Shakendria?
Oh, I like that. Hello,
Maybe I
Sharon.
massacred it.
Debbie. Hey, Karen.
Hi, Joseph. Welcome, everybody. Tiame. Welcome. So I'm guessing I start, Amber?
Yeah. Yeah. I might even have to leave and come back in because I'm connected to the wrong Wi-Fi. So,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
The joys of live as usual, guys. So I'm just going to do the little camera dance here.
Hello, Jennifer.
Welcome,
Hey,
everybody.
Lynn. Oh, look at these. I love the
Hi, Anne-Marie.
reindeer. Oh, these are adorable.
So recently, I'm not switching over, but I just like to show you guys, different products and such.
What
And
do you
that's
mean you're not switching over? What are you trying to say?
I'm not doing royal icing anymore. I just mean.
Oh, what's this? Isn't this royal icing?
No, this is fondant. This is
okay.
fondant. But I do like to show you guys, other stuff, so that everybody. There's, mediums can be interesting sometimes to switch it up. Anyway, so I found these molds, and if you guys have been watching the lives, I used the first ones. It's the sugar skulls I did, and then I did these Halloween ones. And so today, the exciting thing is the other ones, because it's such short notice and they were from AliExpress, you wouldn't get them in time for the holiday. But Christmas, you have enough time if you want to order these molds. So I do have the supply list in my coffee shop. And the design there on the left is their image from the listing. And then on the right there, that's my version. And they actually have two other designs. So you can see kind of kawaii critters. And then the one
I love the reindeer in this on the left.
Yes, and there's more even on the listing. There's a beautiful, ugly sweater. There's hats and stockings and different things. So I'm going to give you guys a little kind of how I did it. So let's just look at the molds first here quickly. So I have several, but I'm only using these 3 today. We do have limited time. So what it is it's an acrylic plaque, and they laser etch the design. And in this particular version here, give me 2 seconds. I'm getting a message from Amber. She needs a code
Thank
to
you.
enter the live. So I have to do it. It's not.
Howdy, Jeremy. Hi, Byron.
Hi, Byron.
I cannot ignore the message.
Thank you for subscribing, Art and Sketch.
And so they laser etch the design, and here there's different depths. So for example, the ornaments are the deepest part of the design. And then here we have a little reindeer, and then ho, ho, ho. I have 4 here today, and then Santa, okay? So I used the Halloween ones on Tuesday to make cookies. I pressed the dough in cookies. I did not experiment with cookie dough with these Christmas versions. All right, so I'm going to show you guys what I did. So if we look at their beauty shot, whatever that they have, so what they're doing is they're essentially pressing in the colored fondant inside the mold. And I have to say, I did it there. You see those little red dots? That's little pieces of red fondant. It's an absolute nightmare. So it's very nice if you're all about arts and crafts and you just want to do a project. But if you're actually trying to crank out some cookies, this is not fast. So I'll just show you here. So this is the green tree version. So you have to kind of push your little fondant color bits, push them into the hole, and they actually have to be indented. They can't be bumped out, or else when you roll, you actually cause like a squishing out. And then once you've squished the colors in together, they're very hard to separate should you not get a good roll. So it's really, for the time it takes to paint them, I don't think it's worth that effort. And here I'm just using a marker to paint the trunk, and I'm darkening the little like tree bits, and then I'm going to paint the garland. So that's the tree version. And I just wanted to show you guys kind of like how they're getting their result, but it's very meticulous, and it's not really user friendly for a lot of cookies. Is there any questions? No.
We did have a question, and it's funny. Debbie is asking that because I do have an almond paste here. Has anyone ever used almond paste? I'd love to try, but not sure of texture. But almond paste, I don't know if you ever have you tried almond paste, Mark?
I have. It's very, very good. I think probably what you could do is knead together a 50-50. So take fondant, knead it together, and you'll get the flavor, but you'll get a much more fondant-ish consistency.
What I have here is actually marzipan. So marzipan and almond paste, they are two different things, but
yeah, so that's what I would kind of do. All right, so how do we get, if we look at my Santa there, how do we get that to happen? And my reindeer, how do we get that to happen quickly and efficiently? So my cookie brain was working overtime, trying to think of a solution for this. So here's my little video. So there's the mold. I've got it on my work surface, and that's a crayon. So Crayola crayons are for infants, little kids, so they're non-toxic. So I'm just basically scratching in the design, and then I'm using my X-Acto, and I'm able to cut the sections by color. And it's, again, I've done this before with the royal icing cookies, but this has to be exactly the right size. And so I'm trimming the actual like embossed drawing of the mold.
cardstock?
No, it's just paper. Just paper. And so then I'm left with these sections. You see here, there's his Santa's face. Here is Santa's nose and the hat. You can do multiple versions for each color. And because you're airbrushing, paper works for airbrushing. So there it is. And then let's just bring one into the shot, and I'll show you here. So I've got here, I'm not gonna, because I've got so many things here on my counter, I'm not gonna actually like roll, but I'll just show you guys the video. I did show it on Tuesday. So you're basically using white fondant, and you're just rolling it into the embossing plaque. And you want to have it a certain thickness. If it's too thin, it's like it becomes even more stretchy and will get warped when you pull it out of the actual mold. So you see here, I'm gently pulling it out. And I found that if it got too stretched, you could actually like recompact it together, like re-push it together. And so now it comes with the cookie cutters that match each plaque, and you can buy them separately if you don't want the cutter, but the cutters are not what's expensive. And really, I've seen these on Etsy in different stores. They're running about $20 to $25 each. On AliExpress, they were $6 to $7. So really, and that's $6 to $7 with the cutter. So a big difference.
Yeah, Debbie, I would still, even with marzipan, I would try and add, play with the ratio of fondant and marzipan, because marzipan it's gets sticky. It gets a bit sticky. I find over like when it gets warm, your hands are warm, so it gets a bit sticky. So yeah, I would just play with it. It's beautiful.
So here you can see that I used it with a plaque cutter, And if you wanted to do this for a round cake, all you have to do is dry it on a dummy, a cake dummy. So you can buy a foam fake cakes. And so if you always kind of make a 6-inch cake or you always make an 8-inch cake, you can get these dummies to dry your fondant bits on, and you can kind of put needles and hold it in place. And once it's dry, you'll have it to secure onto the front of the.
You could make an ornament out of this. You know
could,
what I mean? Like you could actually use it for non-edible with
for sure, polymer clay.
Yeah, polymer clay. What's that other clay? The it comes in the block. Yeah, I'm sure you know.
Yeah, some whatever craft medium.
Whatever craft clay. I think it would make for such nice ornaments too.
So for the fit, you need to have this flipped over. So the wax side has to be down. I did check like with my finger to see if the wax was going to rub off on the thing. And it wasn't, you know, I was rubbing so hard that it was well like embedded in the paper. And now I'm using magnets on both sides of the paper. So there's a magnet kind of behind it. And that's to weight down this paper, because I'm using the airbrush, and airbrush creates wind. And so we don't want the paper to fly around. Now, because this is not a flat surface, it's more difficult to not get under spray. So you're going to have to come in and like put your fingers and kind of press the paper a little bit. It's a little bit finicky, but I'm for sure it's faster than using a paintbrush. So now I'm just putting in some brown in my airbrush gun.
Joseph, supplies can be found in Marlene's coffee shop. Guys, if you're looking for supplies and links to the supplies that Marlene is using today, you can visit her coffee shop. Link is on the screen.
So here I'm just dusting in the brown. Here I can see it's pulling down, and so it's more away from the design. So you're better to kind of like, you see, I'm pretty much in. Here I'm not right at the edge there. You can kind of look at it and see if you're getting the design, the color where you want it.
Have you taken the plunge?
Of what?
AliExpress?
Oh, not me. I'm swimming. I'm in it next
you are swimming.
So when it comes to painting these, ideally you'd let them set up a little bit so that the fondant has time to, I want to say like crust a little bit like royal icing, because fondant, fresh fondant is quite soft and pliable. And so if you're trying to come in and paint and the thing is freshly, you know, formed, you're not going to be able to like press and be able to really like color in there. So I'm using markers. I find that markers work really well. This pack here is the most kind of color variety. It's by Drip Color. If you buy the dusts that you add kind of alcohol to, they are extremely expensive. We're talking like $5 to $10 per color. Whereas this, I think it's $25, $30, and you're getting all the colors. Some of us are drowning, exactly. And so, and the markers, you're not always going back to the liquid to dip. That motion, you know, going from the cookie to the paint palette takes time. Whereas when you're with the marker, you can just run through everything. You might think it's silly, that motion right there takes time. So if you can, you know, eliminate, it's like switching your piping bag. Every time you put it down and pick it up, it takes time. So now I'm using, this is an Americolor, and I'm just touching the little black area for the eyes. You see how cute that is? And then I'm going to grab the pink to do the little cheek area.
Oh, he's the cutest.
And then there's actually some brown, darker markers.
I was telling Marla these would be great for ornaments. What do you think?
But if you do that, if you do ornaments, don't use them again after for your cookies, because
oh yes, absolutely not. You need to get another set.
Yes. So there's this little smile.
You could use the flour dough.
Oh, the salt, yes, but I don't know if the salt, because the granules can be quite.
Oh yeah, that's true. That can be quite big.
Yes. So now this is, I like this particular marker. It's a little bit, it's not obviously like the sponge I was using on Tuesday, the cosmetic sponge, but there is like, it is big. And so you can easily stay on the line. I don't know if you can see there. And here there's like little hairs. So I'm just sideways and my marker is not going to go inside. And so I'm just getting surface coverage and I'm able to come in and just color these little like hairs that they have in the design. And I'm going to finish outlining the little deer here.
This is like what you did on Tuesday, how you did the magic with the ink.
Exactly.
Reminds me of that, but with a marker.
So now I'm going to do the little scarf. You see I've cut it again. So I've got the little scarf area and the little ears. So I've got multiple airbrush guns, but if you only have...
We have few questions. So, okay. So this is Denise. Marlene, do you add liquid to Wilton's white when you use it in airbrush?
Usually no, but sometimes, like as time goes on, it'll thicken or something, you can, but generally I don't need to. And the more you dilute it, the more kind of translucent it becomes. If you want a really opaque white, ideal. Now I just put this pink in my
the markers were by drip color, right? You were using. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, no, these are Americolor. These particular colors.
Okay, so
look at how pink. Look at the difference of this lid. Can you see the lid? And look at this color.
Yeah, it's very pale. Like very.
That's horrible.
Pastel.
I'm not going to put that on my cookie. I don't want to ruin it.
Oh, this is funny. Really? That
is
true. You know how in old time cartoons the drunk always had a big red nose. Rudolph was really confusing me as a kid because of those cartoons. Well, let's assume this cute little thing. It's not.
So now I'm just dusting the ear area. So I'm doing darker at the closest to the head. There. And you see, like, once you've got a few done, you can crank them out. Hello, Sophia.
We do have a question from Anne is asking, she missed the crayon earlier.
Oh, I'll replay it. I'll replay it in a second.
You use the crayon, okay.
Yeah, so it's just Crayola crayons that you take off the paper wrapping on. So crayons that you would get at Walmart or whatever, like child stuff, like very inexpensive. I think a box of crayons $1. And now you see I'm able to airbrush the little scarf area. And if you want, like if you have the marker set, if you have blue, you can come in. There's raised lines and you can darken portions of the scarf.
Oh, yeah.
You see? Once you have those little shields done, it really goes quite fast. And you can see I'm dusting so lightly. The paper doesn't get oversaturated and it works very well, So here, let me show you again the video of me coloring the
crayons.
So obviously you need the holes upwards. I'm resting regular printer paper that I've cut, cookie sized, and with my wax crayon, I'm just rubbing it on and it easily traces the design. And then this is my pen blade and I'm cutting color by color. So in this particular case, the scarf is far away from the ears, so I could cut those two things without worrying about overspray or whatever. You don't have to have one paper for each color. You just need those colors to be far away from each other. So there's the reindeer. He's pretty much done. The other one that I had Let's see the difference here. I think he's pretty much done. Oh, here I have a second section. So that's if you want to do.
You're a little out of frame, darling.
Okay, I'll bring him back in. So if you want to have like shading, you know, like a section that's darker of the same color, because if I was to airbrush here, well, it would do a fade on both sides. So if you want to have a more controlled kind of section that's darker, you have to do these little shields. And so here is the little hair kind of parts. Oh, I was about to shoot him with some blue. He's going to get a mohawk for Halloween. All right. And so you see here, I'm able to darken.
Now I want to see it with the blue.
So do you see? Now I was able to really darken in a very specific area. All right.
Hello,
So
Veronica.
that's done. So let's just.
So yes, she's using
time
that she's coloring. Yes, indeed.
So there's the tree, and let's look again at theirs. Where's my picture that they did? So you can see here, they have the white perimeter. Hi, Camille. So they have the white perimeter around because they pushed in that green fondant in the hole. But I'm telling you, it's so long to do that. And it was not flawless every time because sometimes you do some misrolls. And then I was picking out the red out of the green. So yeah, a nightmare. Don't do that. Not if you have 100. So here's my same thing. I have my little, like you see the crayon on the back. So I've traced out the little tree here. And where's my blue? Now I can put green in that. So you don't always have to wash out your airbrush guns completely. Some, like certain colors work with the other color, so you can. So if you were to airbrush without the shield, it would be fine, but you won't like get the white perimeter, right? Because you're coming in and you're painting essentially the whole thing. So now I'm just kind of looking to see that it's in position. And now I'm just going to airbrush the tree here.
Hi, Debbie.
Now, airbrush color is reactivated by water. So if you come in with the markers on top of airbrush, usually I think it will kind of like get dingied up, especially if you were, let's say, color on top of green with a yellow marker. Black, no problem. But you don't want to come in like with a yellow. So there you're getting kind of like it looks like a watercolor thing. Let's see what the red looks like on this. So the brown would work no problem on the green. Oh, the red is fine. If you use metallics, the colors coat really well on top of a darker color. So if you were to come in with gold.
Hey, Diana.
And then you can come in with the marker and do the little darker, there's like little raised elements. So the holidays, it's you know, it's fun, but you also need to work. Like it needs to go somewhat fast so that you, right?
Now, how many weeks till Christmas is it?
It was like 60 days the other day, not like this week.
Oh gosh, is it?
Well, I mean, it's already October 22nd, so that's 2 months.
Wow.
And now I'm just coloring in the trunk. You see, and I've got the marker kind of sideways. You see, the trunk here is the same height as the tree. So if I was to be pushing in the fondant in there, it would be a nightmare at this particular area. Like it's not, like here, the ornaments, they're a little bit up, but the other, oh my gosh, I think it would not.
So it's 9 Fridays. Okay, I'm officially freaked out. It's 9 Fridays till Christmas.
I missed a little bit of the color here, so I'm just there. So you can see it if you've hit the right spots, you know. So here you can see the difference. I actually like the airbrushed one. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So Byron has a question for you, Amber, and for Marlon as well. And it's about painting on cookies. So Amber, do you think Is painting on the cookie really challenging or simple?
Well, it depends what you're making, I think. It can be really difficult if you're doing a detailed cookie, like some of my Halloween ones that you might have seen, the cat silhouette and the pumpkin scene. Those can get tricky. But something like a simple watercolor wash is very easy.
Yeah, that's what Marlon did a couple weeks ago, right? So you had the same question for you, Mark.
Yeah, well, I don't undertake Amber's projects. I watch her and I say, oh my God. It's like I'm not good at painting. That's not my element. So I kind of like, I'll touch a few little details, but it's not the thing it's not my area of expertise.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Bye,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
Thanks for stopping by. So that's oh, the other one I'll show you. So we've got the tree, Santa. I have the video here to show you guys Santa. I loaded it. So we looked at the tracing that. So here is Santa. So the same thing here. I've got the shields to protect. So we have the hat color and the skin color, and then the eyes, some marker to get the little eyeballs. And then if you look at the hat carefully, there's a little bit of detail. So I painted those little details in gold. But here I got a little bit of the skin color on his eyebrows. So I was just using my white marker to whiten up his eyebrows. And then there's the shield once again for that. And that's as fat, like that's it. Very quick.
Oh, that's pretty. What gold is that?
That is what's the brand here? It's Roxy Rich. It's the Roxy Rich. I brought paintbrushes over. Here, I just wanted to, so here's the ho 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 that you could pair with that Santa. Now, because you see it's not covering, it's not giving a really nice background. So you can actually is this yellow or, hey, am I dreaming?
What?
Look at this color on this side.
Oh,
the color on this
that
side.
is green.
That's
Yeah.
a bit.
Definitely green. You're not colorblind or anything.
I'm like, ah.
That is green. That is so strange.
So I'm just adding some yellow base because the white is so like the white is white. And so
okay.
I'm just going to give it a little bit of a backbone, I want to say, so that when I come in with my gold here, that it's a little bit more punchy, so that it's not so washed out. And so these are the ho ho ho's that you can pair with Santa. And then here, let's do the, and you can see, or I don't know if you can, I can hear my marker rubbing on it. Like they dried overnight, and the fondant is not like hard, but it's got a surface on it so that I can kind of I'm not pressing, but just so that I don't create like a dent in it. And then here, well, it's kind of like a stripy thing. And if you wanted, you could do the shield. The shield on this would be tricky because of the hole in the O. But there's ho, 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 the tree. You could, and these could go in front of cakes, like I said. You could use them with plaques or whatever cookie cutters you want. So that's it.
Great.
Beautiful.
So in the supply list in the coffee shop. Where's your camera, Amber?
All right, so here's the thing. I have it set up. I got to do it from my phone today, but I'm going to have to like mute the computer because I don't have my headphones for this, so I'm getting an echo.
Okay, so you're going to talk while we see your hands.
Maybe. We'll just try this. Hang on.
Okay, awesome.
If she can't talk, we'll narrate.
Do this. We haven't had so much fun.
Can you hear me though?
Right? Having picnic. Oh, we can see.
Oh wait. Okay, we're good.
Can I add you?
Except no.
Are we getting echo?
Say something? No, you can't? Okay, that's fine. We see it. That is a cookie.
Oh, it looks like we are going to decorate some orange cardamom cookies. Can
For
you hear us?
Thanksgiving.
Can you hear us? Can you do thumbs up if you can hear us? Okay, excellent. Excellent. So she can hear us. That's good. And I can see maybe it's a turkey. So she's using her icing in the bag. Okay. Oh, she's massaging it because it's separated. Yay. Okay. It's separated.
When was the last time we did this before?
This is fun. Okay. So we're going to be guessing what
But can I just interrupt you, Amber? 2 seconds. I want to mention, guys, that at Global Belly, all the kits are 20% off. Spooky 20 for 20% off if you want to head over there. And, you know, there's still time for you to get the Halloween kits in time for the holidays. So if you want to check that out. All right, Amber. Ready, set, decorate. So here she's skipping a petal so that they don't all melt together. So she wants a separation between her feathers.
And it looks like she's going to do wet on wet, right? Yeah. So I think she's using icing that is fluid enough so she can do the wet on wet.
And I'm going to go look, but I'm almost positive she's done this on YouTube. A version of this if you want to see her explanation. I don't know if she's speaking in that particular video, but I'm going to go hunt for it and put it in the description box, in the comments.
You know, this reminds me of balloons. Also, you know, the whatever the folded balloons shape. Okay, so she's now getting other icing. And it looks like it's red. Love your nails again. So guys, those of you who are just joining us, we are having some difficulties here today, but look at Amber, she's plowing through like a pro. You know?
Exactly. It's a visual medium. It doesn't matter that.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't know, you know, sometimes we can kind of figure out what's going on if there's a sound issue or something. Sometimes it's, you know, out of our control. So she's making short lines across, spacing them about 1/2 inch or something like that.
I found them. So she has the tutorial on her blog. So I'm popping in the link. This is Amber's tutorial for a version of these. They're very close. And if you want to check it out, and she's got it all written out. Oh, and there's a video.
Oh, so now she's adding brown between the red lines.
Striping it up.
Wet on wet is one of my favorite techniques, and I think Amber will agree with that. She also likes that. Wet on wet. And look now, everything changes, right? Once you start pulling that scribe through the icing.
Yeah, her I think it's because she's on her phone, her res is a little compromised. But they're still beautiful, Amber.
Yes, Karen, this seashell is also great for turkeys. Yes, it's a great shape for it.
She's taking it out.
Oh,
All right.
She's gonna reconnect.
Right. It's just like it's so bad. It's so
thank you
bad.
so much for the spotlight.
Let me see. I don't know why it's so awful, but
It's not awful. Stop it. We don't use that word during the
I
cookie
mean,
lunch
you can
break.
like barely see what I'm doing on there.
No, we can see. We can see. The thing is
I think you need to. I need to remind you when I was filming from last year when I was doing. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
You were doing great.
All right. Well, we'll try it again. Sorry for the delay here, everybody.
Everybody understands.
so if you guys need like an explanation because she doesn't have her audio, like I put you can look in the feed and I put the link to her blog post where she did a version. So there's similar, it's pretty similar with regards to the marbling of the feathers and stuff. So she's got it all explained.
Okay.
But you guys are doing a great job explaining what I'm doing. It's like exactly right.
Okay, excellent. Now,
All right, so
a reminder. Are you ready?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so just a reminder, you can get all of these yummy, not the cook. Well, can they get cookies as well, or is it the kit that comes with the mix? This is the pumpkin mix, right?
Yeah. Well, it comes with just the mix, and then there's instructions on how to make it a pumpkin spice version.
This is available in Amber's Global Belly shop, along with other cookie decorating tutorials. And Amber just released this beautiful Halloween gingerbread house. Have you guys seen it?
Thank you.
I love it.
All right. We'll try it again, muting myself.
Fingers crossed, Amber. Doesn't seem like it's a day if one of us doesn't have some sort of a technical issue,
It's always gotta be, yes. It makes life interesting, huh? Oh, look at that. It's pretty. It's beautiful. All right, let's see. Who is trying to? Are you trying to do it? Okay. So she's setting it aside because she wants that to crust, and then she can make more feathers. Because if it's not crusted, then two feathers are going to just blend together, and it will be one layer. I believe this is like what do you think, Mari? Is this like golden yellow?
I think that's egg yolk yellow if I had to
yellow? Okay.
do a guess. Exactly. Love and hate technology. I mean, it's amazing. Imagine Amber's in New York State. I'm in, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Han's in Spain, and we're decorating together live. It's crazy, but there are some little glitches that, keeps everything exciting, keeps us on our toes.
Oh, thanks, Marisol. So now she's using the scribe to shape the icing, going towards the edge and kind of, making it nice and neat.
Here, Donna's very nice here.
Your worst cookie will be the best cookie most people will ever do or see.
Yes. It's club soda, and that is said to glow, but I did not have great success with it myself. and it tastes horrific. So if you put it in large quantities in your Jello, for example, it will taste gross.
Marisol is asking, can you talented humans tell us all about any tips to avoid color bleed and craters? So, Mar, go.
Cool. Well, I think a big one that could be maybe a quick fix is not all just the brand of food color you're using. They're not all created equal. So, you know, we're all in different parts of the world and have access to different materials, and some products are just more susceptible than others. So that's a first. And then the next is sometimes people tend to really dump it in. They don't like, you know, you can go easy at first and the color will intensify. It kind of like darkens with time. So you don't have to put a crazy amount to get your dark colors. I think those are like easy ways to address that problem.
And then if your icing is too runny, if you make icing that is too runny, it can also kind of lead to those problems. Now, cratering is something that, you know, everybody kind of struggles. Oh, look at this one. This reminds me of a peacock.
This one's really nice. Yeah.
I've read that the peacock is new unicorn or something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I've been making a peacock for years.
I know. I was like, this is up your alley. So to avoid craters, you can, there are a few things, right? One of the things that everybody's doing these days, it's creating the support, like a beam kind of underneath, like on the cookie. Either it's a dot or it's a zigzag line or something like that. And then you let it crust and then you flood the section. And that crusted area, it's going to keep the icing from sinking in. You can also use thicker icing, puffy icing. But it does take some practice to use the really puffy icing to make sure that it doesn't crust too fast on you, so you have to work quickly. Oh, I really like this color combination. It's quite nice.
I think you could do the turkey head and body on parchment paper. If you want to get like maybe a little bit of a head start, if you want to work a little bit faster. And then you could pop them on your tails. The holidays are so hectic. We're all trying to do it all.
So Debbie, this is interesting. So the Debbie is saying that also sugar can be a factor when it comes to color bleed. So maybe, perhaps also that could affect how.
And I recently ran out of my meringue powder and used a different brand just because I didn't feel like going to the store, and I had it, you know, I get samples sometimes, and my cookies overnight, I wake up, I look at them, they were just completely ruined. The colors were all blended into each other, which I had. Oh, and my jelly bean was completely melted. You know, I use jelly beans.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's very strange. So I personally like to use Emery Color brand, Chef Master, Raw Gel. So it's, but mostly I think Emery Color brand I use for color my icing.
So those are pre-made eyes. I think Wilton makes those eyes, and
yes,
you can buy
I have them here. This is how
very
small
cute.
they are. Can see?
Yeah. They taste similar. You know those bracelets that we used to have, and they were little candies, and you'd eat there? That's what they taste like, those eyeballs.
Yes. Beautiful.
Super cute.
Hey, Turkey. And little peek.
He looks worried. He looks like he's worried.
He knows what's coming.
He hopes it's a vegan. He hopes it's a vegan Thanksgiving.
How beautiful they are. I like that each one is different. So you could actually use these as table setting cookies that you be really nice. You know, maybe just put an initial on his trunk or whatever you call the belly or something.
Or you could wrap them and put a tag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, his little wings.
Everybody's loving it. Everybody's loving it. Oh, Elizabeth, they had 36 peacocks. Wow. You know, peacocks are they're very narcissistic. They really just love looking at, right? They really enjoy looking at themselves in them. If
Do
you
they?
ever catch them looking in the mirror or something, they really like to like pose. And
I would imagine the barn would need mirrors. I didn't know that
well,
that
not
was
weird, but
one
I
of
mean,
the
you know, I
things
mean,
that they
yeah, they
installed in the
do.
barn.
They do like themselves quite a bit.
Oh,
Very cute turkeys. Everybody's like loving it. Yes, Paula. Amber is taking an hour of quiet. She has some audio issues, so we're trying to get into
compensate.
her head and think what she would say. Yeah, technical issues. That's all.
We've been doing live streams for over a year now, so we're able to.
Oh, darling, year and a half.
Uh-huh.
It's been a while, but you know, it's always something. Now she's doing a waddle. She's doing a waddle with red royal icing. Before you do the waddle, beak should be crusted, so it's not going to, you know, blend all together. Okay. Perfect. She's done.
Oh, we're gonna hear her beautiful voice.
Yes.
Are we? She's.
Here I am.
Oh,
Hi.
there.
Oh, that was painful. Thank you for bearing with me with that.
It's.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was painful. It didn't look painful at all. Very natural and very calm.
Thanks.
Yes, well, it's annoying because we prep. It's a lot of prep for the lives. And then you arrive ready to go with all your preparations, and the universe has something else planned for you.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
anyway.
So there is a peacock. They do have a. Is there? Do they have a logo as a peacock?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a very loose interpretation of a peacock.
Of peacock, right?
It's like, anyway, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sally.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. And sorry you had to suffer there, Amber. I know that's.
No, thanks guys for narrating and putting.
So I'll put it in again. I think I still have it. I'll put it back again. So here is Amber's post, and there is a video there. And this is from I think I saw 2017. Could that be?
It's an old one, yeah.
2017?
Yeah.
And so it's a very close version of what she did today, but you'll get like explanations and stuff if you'd like to recreate that project. Do you have something similar in your Global Belly shop?
No, I think I only have like the marbled fall leaves for fall. Yeah.
So let me show again though, you guys, there is a discount code. The Global Belly store is offering 20% off. The code is SPOOKY20 if you'd like to get 20% off and order. If you want to get kits for Halloween, get your order in ASAP because it needs time to arrive.
From Global Belly, so you can check out all our stores. You can just type Sweet Am's Global Belly, Montreal Confections Global Belly, Haniela's Global Belly, and you will find each of our stores there and look and get everything you see.
Thanks, and thanks you guys for, there's so many of you, there's names we see every week. We appreciate you guys stopping in and spending an hour with us. And we hope that
we are headed to the
I'm hoping that some of you that haven't taken the plunge yet, this will be your year.
Yes.
Try it.
Try it out. Yeah.
Coming up, so we hope we'll have some fun projects for you guys that you guys can also replicate at your, home. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes. It's Friday's already done almost. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
See you next week. Have a great weekend.
Bye.